Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm gonna be redoing the tier list as the new update just came out, and there's a new meta and other new meta crits. So yeah, I mean the tier list has stayed the same, but I did remove S plus as I think the spot was reserved for Defilio. And in my opinion, the Filio got a bit of a nerf this time. A tiny bit. It's not really like a big nerf, but enough to remove him from the S plus position. Not only that, he did get another big counter to him that, yeah, just reduced him from the S plus, as there's another like strong crit, like better than him even. So starting out, we've got Blighted Flu, which is as broken as he was last patch, maybe a bit less broken. I do think Venom with his final ability was a bit better than the 15 heal, but yeah, he's still S+, he's still absolutely goated. Now we're going to Dark Owly, and I have not seen him yet in Arena at all. I don't know what his last ability does, so I can't even rank him. Dark Piranha is actually a bit better than he was last patch. I'm willing to put him in B. I have seen him being used a bit. He does have negate and a solid physical attacker, so I'll put him in B. Plus, his effect is now heal 11, I think. So it's a bit better than it was like before. Durox, he did get a bit of a nerf from stun to bleed. He's not tanky enough to honestly be better with bleed. He's not like tanky enough for it to work correctly. So I'm putting him in C. He's not that great right now. Eggy stays at D. He's got horrible stats and horrible moves. What's he called? I always forget his name. But yeah, I have not seen him again this patch, so I can't really rank him. Now going for one of the best common types in the game is Bobby. He is absolutely busted right now. He is a bit worse than Waddle stat wise, but his effect now does a lot of damage. As it is dot, it does around 17 AP per hit, which is kind of insane, and that's why he's going in B+. He's also got high ED, so survives nature attacks quite easily. Dark Roki is staying in B. He's not changed at all from last patch, so he's staying in the same place he was last. This guy, I forgot his name, he's also going in C. I'm not sure if he's changed at all, but his moves are not good enough to put him higher right now. Alfwana is going in C as well. I mean, his damage is super lacking. He's got some survivability, but he can't even take a 1v1 versus some of these higher crits. Fiender is staying in B. He's the same as he was last patch. I would put him a bit above Dark Roki, as I think wind types this patch is way better than they were last patch, as electric types are way worse this patch. Flamelink did get a bit of change from his sleep effect. Now it's stun, which in my opinion it is a bit worse as it hits a bit less. Its chance to hit is now, I believe, around 50 or something like that, 45 maybe, and last patch it was around 52, I believe. So it's going there. I do still think it's better than Bobby. Why do I say Bubbles, bro? This guy, I mean Bubbles, not Bobby. I don't know why I keep saying Bobby, bro. It's because of Evilist, I guess. Now going over to Foil Killer Ray. I don't know its skill effect, like its final move skill effect, but saying that its moves are its stats are terrible and it does not have negate, so it's going in D as well. Flu is going in D as well. There are just better options right now. This is a duplicate, I'll put him at the end there. What's he called? I forget what he's called, but yeah, he's going in C. His stats are not the worst I've ever seen, but yeah, I'm not really. He's not really that great, I believe. I mean, the foil version is way better in my opinion. Humbug is going in D. He's just terrible. I can't lie. His stats are terrible. His moves are terrible. He's going in D. Dog got a bit of a nerf. He no longer has confuse. Now he's got stat specific. It's not even a small nerf. It's quite a big nerf. But his moves are good enough to still put him in B. He's got negate. He's still got confuse. And his stats are decent. So he's going in B. Lumera is going in C. He's, I guess, quite fast and good elemental attack, but the rest of his stats are horrible, so yeah, he's going in C. Narlo, good elemental attack, but I'll put him in C as well, as I just don't think he can compete with these guys. And as well, I want to say I won't really be ordering C and Ds. Like, I'll only order B upwards. Like, the better, the more left they are, the better they are. And I'll order them later on. I won't really mess with it right now. We've got Luna next up. I'll put Luna in C. It's worse than last patch, definitely, as now it's got bleed, no longer the stun. Stun is obviously way better than bleed. So I'll put him in C. He's quite trash right now. I would not use. Vexy, I wanna put him in not seen, as I've just not seen its final move at all. But because its stats are quite good, I don't think it's gonna be worse than B. And I also think it's better than Dark Kuroki stat wise as well. So I'll keep it in. I'll keep him right above Dark Kuroki for now, but I could see him going up if his final move is decent. I believe he doesn't have negate, which kind of, you know, puts him down a bit, but he's staying in B right now. I think his stats are quite incredible right now. Nasi is going in C as well. It's the same as last patch, you know, its damage is quite lacking. Hotfoot is going in D. He's just horrible. Now the Filio, he was S plus last patch, and now because there's a counter to him, I'll actually like a better counter than Blighted Flu, I think, honestly. I'll put him in S behind Blighted Flu and the other crit I'll talk about later. I think he's the worst one out of those three, but I could be wrong, you know, you could change these two, it doesn't really matter. I think the strongest crit is definitely like number 1. It's going to be one of these crits. What's Kalpa? I'll put him Kalpa in C. I don't think it's actually changed at all from last patch, but I'm not really sure, so I'll put him there. Felly's got a nerf. He's no longer B now. I would put him in C. His damage is whack, and he's got stat specific now, which is just horrible. I don't really know why that even exists, to be honest. It's good for some crits, but him, it's not great. Shelby, I'll put Shelby in C as well. I don't think he's that great, so he goes there. Tweegum, he's going in C. Flower Pillar is going in D, I wanna say, but I'll put him in C, as I think his speed could help him out. Wait, I think it's quite slow as well. Yeah, I'm trying to think honestly what's good about Flower Pillar. I just honestly I'm not really sure. I have to put him in D, to be honest. Flinty is not changed at all from last patch. I will put him B plus, but Edge B plus. I don't think he's better than these two comments, to be honest. He's going there. Steam Green, he's going in C. Worse than last patch, definitely. His heal got removed, but he's staying in CS. I think he's at least usable, but not great. I mean, Durex is like, for example, let's get Durex. He is usable, but he's just so whack right now. Like, having that low ED is just horrible for him. I'm not really sure what the name is, but it's going in C. Nanoslug is going in A. He is, I think, buffed from last patch, as the Filio I think got a bit nerfed overall because of his counters now. Nanoslug is getting increased and is going in A. Last patch he was also in A, but I think he's a bit better off this time around, so he's going in A like that. Visp, I have not seen him being used at all. I can't really rank him, to be honest. His stats are okay, but they're not great, so I really just can't even rank him. I don't know his moves at all. Referee is going in C. He no longer really has a purpose this patch, as Stephelio has other counters now. I don't really see him being used at all. He's just going in C, you know. He's really bad right now. Honest, I really don't like him. I don't like using him at all. He gets legit 3-shot from like most crits. He's not good. This foil version is up next, and he's going in high B. And now he's got heal. He got buffed a bit from last patch. He's got heal now. I believe it's like 9 over 2 turns. It's decent. It does 18 overall. So I'll put him in B. It was way better than last patch though. So he's like high B tier, close to B plus. Okay, next up is Visp, and Visp got nerfed. Before it had the dot, which did solid, I believe. I believe he had the dot. I'm not even sure right now, but now he's got poison. I would have put him B like last patch. Now he's going in around C. High C tier though. I would recommend using him if you need like a solid wind type. Even though there are better wind types right now, as I'll speak about it later. Like, wind types got like a buff overall, I believe. Raldio, he's got sleep maybe. Yeah, he's got sleep now. Worse than last patch, but I'll still put him B. Better than Dark Roki, I wanna say. Yeah, better than Gok maybe. Vexy, I'm not really sure where he stands. I'm just gonna put him right at the center right now. And Fiender is a bit better. Dark Prime is going down. Like, Dark Prime is like really close to C tier. I put him B because at least he, you know, is usable. Yeah, I think this is honestly the B tier right now, and it's gonna stay like this for now. Dreamer is going in. I have not seen. I don't really know, to be honest, where he stands. Dark Flu is not changed at all. He's staying B, but far B tier. Honestly, maybe lost, as like definitely is no longer the most OP crit in game. There's not as much use for him, so I'll put him in B tier. Dark Flower player is possibly C tier, but I am willing to put him in B tier, as he doesn't have paralyze anymore, but he's got sleep, which is an okay trade, but I did like paralyze a bit more with him. I think he was better off with paralyze, to be honest, but he's staying in B tier, as like he's still okay. Blaze Bit, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna put him in C. I don't know if he's changed at all, but last patch he had a good skill effect and he was still in like BC tier. So this patch I don't really know if he's changed. He's just gonna stay in C. Static Cat is going in C as well. I have to move this Dark Prona down. Jelly Shock, I believe his name is. I have not seen, but I don't really think he's that great. I'm gonna put him in C, maybe D. I'll put him in D tier for now. I think the Gemma crits are actually really bad. Like all got really bad moves, so I can't really even put them in C tier. Drill Dint. Now this is a solid Gemma crit. I'll put him in C, but I'm not sure what his skill effect is. He could be B, but I'll put him in C because his moves are decent, his stats are okay. He's going in C. I forgot the name of this crit, but he's going in C. He's got negate. I don't know what his skill effect is, but you know, he's around C tier. Normal Prana, I put in D. He's quite useless right now. As like Direct Prana is a bit better than him, there's no real point to use him. Equestron is going in D tier as well. Horrible moveset, just bad. Killer Ray, D as well. I really don't see any use for him. Breezy Cheeks is going in C. I think his stats are a bit better than Equestron's, but I don't really see him being used at all. I can't even rank him. He's just going in C, as I think he might be able to do something. Next up is this guy. I'm not really sure what his name is, I forgot, but he's going in C. I don't think he got changed at all from last patch, so yeah, he's gonna stay in C. What's his name? I forgot his name, but he's going in C. I don't really see him being used like a lot. I have seen him a couple of times, but his skill effect is quite trash right now. If he gets a better skill effect, he could easily go to B. That high ED is really great on him, but he just needs that skill effect to, you know, help him out. Croaky is going in C tier. That Croaky is, I think, just better than him. This guy, I'm not really sure his name is, but he's going in around D. Owly is not the worst stat wise, so he's going in C, but his moves aren't great. Same goes for this guy, I'm not really sure his name is as well. Yeah, he's going around C. Stat wise, he's not bad. He's a good physical attacker, but I don't think he's got enough sustain to like withstand likes of, you know, Fiender, for example. Poltergeist is going in C as well. He's not that great. Mumba is going in D. His moves are terrible. His stats are terrible. There's no real point to use him. Next up is, I'm not really sure what the name is. Yeah, this guy anyway is going in C. He's not that great. His moves are okay, and his stats are okay, but I don't know why his PA is so high. If PA gets reduced and the rest of the stats get a bit of a buff, he could go into B tier. I heard the guy say that he's the best crit in the game. I'm not sure if he's joking with Caps Crowd. I'm not sure if he's joking, but you know, I'll put him in not seen, as I have not really seen him being the best common in the game, so I'm not really sure what he's on about there. I'll put him not seen to not offend, you know, putting him in C or something. Monkley is going in B. He got a bit of a buff with his skill effect. Now it's got heal. I'll actually put him right behind normal Fiender. He doesn't have negate, but he's got good sustain, good damage. The damage is quite mediocre, but he's got deep sleep as well. And yeah, I mean, he's going in B. Quirk is going in C as well. He's got okay damage, but yeah, he just can't sustain these fire types. Next up is Nortis. He's actually not bad this patch. I think he's a bit better than honestly all of these C tiers. He's got sleep with his negate, which is a great addition to his kit. Solid damage, good. He's got confuse as well with his final ability, and has also got normal confuse. Decent damage overall with Tom and his final move. And his stats are the only thing that's honestly like the worst part about him. Having 2 in elemental defense is quite bad, and also having 3 in both PA and EA, which doesn't really make sense as he's a physical attacker. If the elemental attack is reduced from him and put into elemental defense, I could honestly see him going up to A, maybe B plus tier. Hydro Seal is going to C as well. I don't really know if he's changed. I haven't really seen him being used at all. Flutter Pet is going into C tier as well. I don't think he's changed at all. Sparkupine is going to C tier as well. I mean, I have seen some use from him, but that use isn't even good, you know, like they just get one shot from like a water type. So I have to put him in C. Maybe if he gets some sort of a buff, he could go into B and B plus, but I really don't see it going higher than C right now. Ballsy is going to B. He got a big nerf from his skill effect. He no longer has heal over time. Saying that, he still has amazing stats and a good elemental attack, good speed, probably the best lightning sniper right now. Yeah, I think he's the best lightning sniper still, so I have to put him high B. Even though he's got stat specific now and no longer has that heal, I still think he belongs in B because of his like amazing stats. Ogre is going to C. He's the same as before, I believe, and he's mediocre. Mama, I think got a bit of a buff. He's got heal over time now, like the same as the Filio, but I think Mama benefited from it more. He's probably better than Nanoslug, I wanna say. I don't know. These 4 could honestly all change under like different teams. I think Defilio is still stronger than Mama though, so I don't even want to put Defilio and Mama on the same place, as I think they do different but similar things, being both nature types. So I'm gonna put him in A, bit better than Nanoslug though. Dark Calore has not been changed, I believe. I'm not really sure. I haven't really seen him at all. But I'll put him in B next to, you know, Dark Flu and Dark Flurpler. Foil Flinty is going into B plus. He got changed. His skill effect now actually does something. I think he's better than all of these B crits, but his damage is still super lacking, which is something that normal Flinty does not lack, is damage, because of his skill effect. I think if Foil Flinty got normal Flinty's skill effect, he could go into A tier. Foil Flinty's stats are incredible, so he's gonna have to go into B plus. But I think that stun is still not good enough for him to go any higher. He needs another good fire move to honestly go into A, or get the dot from normal Flinty. Durex is a duplicate. Peekly is actually solid now. Another good common that you can use is this guy right here. He's got good physical attack. He's got negate, I believe. I'm not even sure. He's got negate and sleep, I believe, and a good 2 physical attacks, and has a 15 heal as well with that physical attack as its skill effect, which is kind of incredible. His stats are mediocre though, but he's still a good option to use as a wind type. So I'll put him right behind Snortis, as I've not seen him being used at all. But I think he's got good opportunity to be in this tier if people actually start using him. Foil Thundercracker, I don't know if it's been changed, but he's still practically useless. I'll put him in C though, as I've seen I think one person use him, so I'm not really sure about that. Papa is going into A tier, the best A tier I think. I don't think he's better than Defilio. I don't think he's better than Blighted Flu. But yeah, I mean, he is the 4th best Miscrit in the game right now. Yeah, and these two are right behind him. What does he have as his final skill? It's either heal or something. Yeah, I believe it's like a 15 heal or something like that. So I think it's a bit of a buff, maybe better than sleep possibly. But yeah, he's staying in A. I think he's quite solid. Foil Waddles actually buffed. He's going highest B plus. He's way better than normal Waddles now, even though normal Waddles is still okay to use. Foil Waddles is now buffed. I believe he's got stun now, which is kind of crazy because he's got sleep, confuse, and stun all in one crit. Insane damage. His final skill does 45 damage, like crazy damage. Good sustainability. Bad speed was mediocre speed actually. If his speed was lower, I'd actually put him higher up. I wish he's like a slow, really slow crit, which you can use up front and can tank like a lot of hits. So yeah, if his speed is reduced and elemental defense increased, he could go into A tier, definitely. Blighted Cubsprout is going to B tier. High B though, I think he's probably one of the best B tiers. He's got heal, I believe, with his final skill now. And, you know, he's just a good crit. He's underused and people hate on him for some reason. Still, even after, you know, the patch, he's just decent right now. He's got negate, good elemental and physical attack. I think he's got mech elemental defense, I believe, but it's not enough to put him lower than this place right now. I think he's a pretty decent crit though. Now we go over to the best crit in the game, Blighted Fiender. Blighted Fiender's now got dot. So yeah, I mean that dot does 17 AP per hit with around 40 damage from his final skill, like just normal damage. And also he's got another dot skill which does an increased 16 damage. So count those all together, that's around 80 damage a hit. If we got all those, you know, in the field, that's way too OP. And also it counters Blighted Fiender. Wait, no. And I meant to say it counters Blighted Defilio and Blighted Flu, which is kind of crazy, as like this crit counters both the S crits, but it does get countered by Papa and Mama as well, and Nana Slug as well, to be honest. But this crit does counter both of these crits, as it's got super high physical defense, so it beats Blighted Flu every single time they fight. And if it snipes Defilio, it can easily take it out. Next up is Dark Shelby. I'll put Dark Shelby in B. He's got Bleed still, he's not been changed, but he's a fast water crit. I'll put him Edge B. Maybe a bit better than Dark Flower Pillar actually, and Snort is better than Dark Flower Pillar, and even Peakly. I'll put it like this. He's fast water crit, does decent damage. But yeah, I mean he's quite weak overall. stat wise, but he's fast and has good elemental attack and deep sleep. The bleed is really the only thing that's throwing him off from going even higher, to be honest, as he can't even land deep sleep now, because bleed obviously removes the sleep effect. Dark Poltergeist is staying in C tier. It's a whack legendary. I don't even know, it's legendary that takes 5 rating and is absolutely horrible at doing anything really. It's going in C tier. Blighted Killer had a massive downfall. He's going edge B tier, worse than Dark Floor Pillar, to be honest. He's honestly horrible right now. I'll still put higher than all of these C tiers though. Still, it's got decent stats, good attack, but not having that stun anymore is a big downgrade. And now he's got the accuracy buff or something horrible like that. Yeah, it's just horrible. He is quite unusable, but he's decent. He's okay with some teams. He's like usable with some teams, but yeah, it's a massive downgrade from last patch. Dark Lumera, I don't think he's been changed at all, to be honest. Maybe he's got sleep instead of stun, I think, but I'm not even certain on that. He's still got a decent skill effect though, so he's staying above, I wanna say, GOG right now. He's a bit better than GOG probably. Maybe better than Raldio, but I wanna keep him there for now. Lyoting got a nerf. He no longer has paralyze now. Now he's got bleed, which is practically useless, as we've said now. The only thing, for example, with blighted, with dark flu, I mean, his bleed actually somewhat works, as he's decently tanky, but Lyoting isn't tanky like at all, so bleed is quite useless on him. I wouldn't use Lyoting at all right now. He's probably one of the best C tiers though that you can use, maybe after Visp, but yeah, I wouldn't really put him any higher than this. Clitero is going in C. I'm not really sure what his skill effect is, but his stats are horrible, that's all I know. So yeah, he's going in C. Next up is Netcher, and honestly his moves are quite good. His stats are good as well. His skill effect, I'm not really sure where that skill effect stands. I'm not really sure what it is. But honestly, if he gets a good skill effect like heal or something, or like heal or stun, he could honestly go higher than this. But right now I'll put him in B, as I think he's underused like heavily. He can actually do something in a normal battle. He's got sleep, negate, and okay damage. He honestly needs dot or heal to be better than like this place right now. Next up is Dark Streamer, and he got nerfed from last patch heavily. He no longer has that heal over time, but saying that, he still has that heal, 12 heal I believe. So he's staying in B tier. He can outlive like most of these C tiers right over here. He doesn't have negate, which is a bit of a problem for him, but I'd still put him B. I'd still use him if you've got him. He's still an okay crit to use. Next up is Dark Steam Green, and he no longer has that paralyze he had last patch, but this patch he does have the 11 heal, which is a bit worse. I'd rather him having that paralyze, but I'll still put him in B tier, like edge B tier, probably after Killray. I still would recommend using him if you don't have any other better fire type. He's still an okay option. Thundercracker is going to C tier. There's nothing really to talk about there. This guy, I forgot his name, is also going to C tier. He's got confused, I believe, with his skill effect, but his stats are horrible, so yeah, I wouldn't really use him. Wick is also going to C tier. Not really usable right now. Tonguetail, I have seen some use, uh, but he's like Visp. I would still say he's around C tier, close to B though. Vexy is going to D tier this patch. Foil Vexy is just better than him. I wouldn't really recommend using normal Vexy. Now Waddles got a nerf. Unfortunately, he no longer has that dot, which was kind of insane last patch. Now he's got stat specific, which honestly with him, it is probably not the worst thing in the world. He could have had a worse skill effect, to be honest. Because he's got sleep and confuse, so stat specific sometimes still works out, as he gets to hit confuse and sleep more often with higher accuracy. If the skill effect was only with accuracy, I'd say that that's even better. You know, he gets 10 accuracy every time he uses that skill. Could be kind of insane. But right now, yeah, he's going close to Dark Shelby, a bit better. I've seen him more times, to be honest. So he's a bit better than Dark Shelby. I'll put him around there. Maybe a bit better than Dark Flu. Dark O'Leary maybe a bit better. A bit worse than Dark Piranha, probably. And lastly is... I forgot the name. But Aqua Weaver, yeah. Aqua Weaver, I'll put him in C tier. A fast water crit, but nothing really great about him. I'll save and download to show you the image. It's a bit too big, but yeah, here. So the S tiers, those are the S tiers, those are the A tiers, B plus, B, and C and D are not organized, but you know, there they are. And not seen are these crits that I have not seen in PvP enough to say if they're good or not. And yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment if you've got anything to say. And I'll see you guys next time.